Okay, so I wasn't going to jump on, but I channeled a message from Gaia that I wanted to share with you guys. Okay, so I was chatting with her about this jump because we clearly jumped, and usually every time we jump, there's nobody there, at least for 2-3 days after big jumps. Now, what came through a minute ago was that we had a huge jump on Friday. Now, it's interesting because there were 2 songs that came on. You know, a lot of it is through music, and they try to, you know, send messages in all kinds of ways. But 2 songs that caught my attention. I don't know if I took a picture of the first one, but the second one I did. The first one is Celebration by Kool and the Gang. When I got in the car, it was just, these are not things I look for. It's just kind of like, what's going on? And not every song catches my attention every time. It's when it hits, you know how that happens. Celebration. That only comes on when I have completed a job successfully, which I thought it was odd. It only comes on then. So I'm like, why the heck? That's like, congratulations on your job. That's the only time it comes on. And then the other song was it's called Heaven is a Place on Earth. Heaven is a Place on Earth, by Belinda Carlisle. Usually I take pictures of all the songs, and if they're significant, you know. So I thought that was interesting. And Celebration and Heaven is a Place on Earth. And I'm like, what is happening? You know, because I was doing errands. I was like, I do a supply run at night, you know. And so I'm not like trying to channel at night, even though like there's still, you know, things coming in. So here's the thing. So the message I have tonight from Gaia a few minutes ago is that we jumped Friday night, which is interesting. That's when the 2 songs came on. So so I asked where we were exactly, specifically, because there's several timelines in the 4th density, right? And she said lower 5D. Are you sure? Because it's been a long road. Lower 5D, yes. And she said that's why I'm going to read my notes, because I just started, like, you know, Rain Man. I'm in between 60,000 things, so I was not going to jump on right now, but I'm like, okay, I got to tell everybody. So the jumps, what they look like to me, like I said, is that, and I made another video about this, that no one's going to be there at first, and it's going to be very peaceful, very quiet, and you're going to go, where is everybody, right? That's going to be a normal reaction, because it's going to be weirded out, because not everybody's going where you're going, okay? Now, don't worry about who and what and all that, right? Your focus is your frequency, okay? Guarding your frequency. Another message I had, sometimes they'll catch up, okay? Within 2-3 days, okay? So if you see a wave in a few days come up, those are the people that, like, we're pulling up the time, we're, you know, pulling everybody up. We go up first, and then we pull them up, okay? So one of the messages, too, that I had is stand in the gap and hold space for yourself, okay? That's one part of the message. That's not the whole, there's another whole section here. Stand in the gap, which means get present. You're not past, you're not future. You are present, and you are going to hold space for yourself, okay? Your physical self, to raise in frequency, to heal whatever has to heal, because although we made a major jump, and we had 2 X class and a pretty high M class last night, which is excellent, but your body transitioning into this, okay, it has to amp up in frequency. You're holding space for doing a ton. This is part of going into the second part of the message. A ton of transmuting work, okay? Your stuff, if you are frustrated, angry, crying a lot, okay? Spontaneous crying, or even just sobbing over dumb shit, frankly. Like silly, simple things, and you're just like, you know, if you're feeling emotional, okay, you are not clearing, it's only a little bit that's you, okay? You are clearing for all that collective stuff, because we came up, and in order to anchor here and recalibrate here, we've got to clean out that stuff. So you guys are transmuting a ton of energy. Be very kind to yourself. Hold space for yourself. Get present. So no past, no future. Be where you are while you're there. A nice, calming meditation, okay? Where you're standing in the gap and holding space for you, okay? So you can transmute easier. Whatever is going on right now with this transmuting, what she was saying too is don't take it personally. It's not you, okay? And also, it's nothing that you're not used to doing. So it's going to be, you know, the purge, the clear, the alignment. You're used to doing that anyway. You guys are all energy sponges. It's purging this negative stuff, clearing it out so that you get clear, and then the alignment, okay, and the recalibration of being on that timeline, okay? So we're gonna go with it, okay? Focus on 5D, okay? Because Gaia's not gonna wait anymore. So she's got to go, okay? Not that she's leaving, going. I mean, she has to do this, okay? For whatever reason, there are markers that, you know, time things she has to hit, and she cannot wait any longer. So it's go time, okay? But it's things that you guys are used to doing. You're going to hold space for yourself. You're going to raise your frequency, whether it's singing, dancing, purging, cleaning, clearing. Go with what you feel like your body needs to do. If you need some good deep sleep, then you do that, okay? Make sure you're hydrating. Make sure you're grounding. Try. Kind of hard to ground right now because the ground feels a little bit like energy, so it's hard to kind of get your bearings. It might feel a little bit, you know, that's okay, and a little bit disoriented. It's disorienting, especially if you move your head around really fast. I was dancing in the car, and all of a sudden I was like, woo, you know, it's energetically it's going to be a little bit disorienting, so it will help you to ground, okay? And just kind of like, just keep, like I just kept doing this all day. Just come back to center. Just come back to center. Come back to the present. Focus on staying positive, okay, as much as you can. Okay, that's not denying feelings. That's sustaining and anchoring a higher vibration, okay? I'm just checking my notes here. So, yeah, she said this part might be a little bit tricky, but again, it's nothing you guys aren't used to, okay? This is the ebb and the flow of purging and clearing this out, recalibrating, clearing, recalibrating, okay? So whatever's going on, don't take it personally. Also, you want to be releasing any old negative stuff. So I have a cord release folder that will help. Also a vibe match folder for how to focus on where we're at, you know, and what you want that to look like. You know, this fifth density energy, what do you want that to look like, okay? There's also a message about people who are doing their own projects, and then money coming in for that, okay? It might take a second. I didn't like that answer, and I was like, no, we have to push this forward because I cannot wait any longer. I can't. I know there's divine timing, but you know, so with, you know, projects that, you know, different types of things, there's going to be funding there, okay, for that. What else? Okay, so you're purging the land. You're being asked to purge the land. Don't take it personally, okay? So the land, like, you're purging all the trauma. You're purging grief, poverty, trauma, sadness, fears, different things like that. So that's why you guys are feeling like, I feel like I'm going to cry, then I feel happy, then I feel good, and then I feel up, and then I want to nap, and then I want to, you know, it's normal. It's okay. It's as long as you have a baseline of, I'm okay, even though, you know, energetically, you know, transmuting all this stuff is it's a little bit more than tricky, but that was her cute way of saying that, you know, it's going to be a little bit tricky, but nothing you're not used to, okay? So keep going, okay? Keep focusing. Some of the areas have to catch up. That's why you are transmuting, okay? So we jumped, and then we pull everything up with us, okay? And then we recalibrate it. So you are pulling up the timelines. You go first. That's why I'm like, woo, you know, like Gen X dancing and singing, right? And then we pull the timelines up. So however you raise your frequency, however you get to that feeling good state of, you know, being, and then, you know, re-raise them up, and then we pull them up, and then we have to transmute the area. So anything that is in the way of this, of anchoring this energy, okay? So I hope this helps. I just wanted to jump on and just kind of, you know, I know it's a 10-minute message, but I'm trying to, like, get everything in there. I gotta run. I got 6,000 things to do. It's almost midnight. I'm like, oh, why? But trying to get it all done. All right. Love you guys very much.